Hello everyone, my name is Prottoy Mehdinur and this is the assignment 2 slide of group 7 of Falsafah dan issue subject. So let's see. Our topic is philosophy in practice, exploring students' perceptions of the role of philosophy in education and everyday life, a study of ethical awareness and critical thinking among city university students. So I will go directly to introduction. This is our content page and this is the introduction. So a study of ethical awareness and critical thinking among city university students investigates how students deal with modern ethical quandaries and enhance their critical thinking skills. It investigates students abilities to examine and reflect on societal issues using philosophical ideas. This study is significant because it emphasizes the necessity of developing ethical awareness and critical thinking skills in higher education, allowing students to negotiate complicated real-world challenges with considered and reasoned ways. The findings can also help to improve curricula, preparing students for active, informed involvement in society. So, next we will talk about the problems. In this part, the problem number one is insufficient foundations. Students may lack a firm understanding of the fundamental ideas of philosophy, limiting their ability to follow more complex discussion and concept. Problem number two, in engagement and interest. Many students may struggle to apply philosophical concept to their daily lives or academic interest, resulting in disengagement or confusion regarding the subject's relevance. Problem number three, cognitive load. The difficulty of comprehending abstract ideas may overwhelm students, especially uh, in a lecture or two theoretical atmosphere with few opportunities for dialogue or reflection. So for the next part, I will transfer the slide to my group members. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Osama and I'm gonna tell you about the objectives. The objectives of the study, or this study, we have two objectives. Number one is assessing awareness. We want to evaluate how will university students understanding the biology of the nature's education and uh, they grasp to principles and objectives. That's the first point we want uh, to be like understandable, to be understand. Number two, we're gonna like explaining the attitudes and peer captions. We seek to understand students on natural education. They say or they see it as important or no, or do they believe it um, to academic growth and the personal development or no. We must to be like make sure they understand and they believe they can improve or they can develop their personality or something like that.
Thank you to Mihidi. So I will continue with my part, which is why this study is important. So this study is important to us because of it can encourage critical thinking, which is help students analyze complex issues logically by relying on fact or instead of emotion or assumptions. Second is can help prepare for future challenges, which is prepares them to confront complex moral issues ahead, such as honesty in life. And one day students see their friend cheating on a test, so students have two options, which is ignore it to avoid conflict, or speak up because honesty is important in life, so student can know where is right and where is wrong behavior. Third is can enhance problem solving skill, which is student can think systematically and logically by train the students break down problems step by step. think logically and apply the right method to find any solution. And last but not least, can help promote ethical decision making, which is ensuring that students can make wise decision based on circumstance and logical reasoning rather than emotion or negative opinions. For example, is a student wants to buy new phone, which is phone A is expensive but has the latest features, meanwhile phone B is more affordable and meets all their needs. So instead of choosing phone A just because it's popular, it's based on their emotional. So students need to think, is it they can afford, or is it do they really need the extra features, or is the price difference worth it? So after logical reasoning, they choose to phone B because they need to ensuring a wise decision based on fact, not emotion. So this study can lead us to more thoughtful that and informed decision in both personal and societal contexts. So it can make us a better person and more open-minded. So that's all from me. So I will pass to Husna to continue this presentation.
Thank you to the others three for the explanation on the introduction part. Moving on, my name is Husna, and I'm going to talk about the next topic, which is methodology, where we dive into the research design, sample and population, data collection, and instrument survey distribution, and lastly, the survey instrument that our group did for this research. For the research design, our group chose to do quantitative method instead of qualitative method as it much more convenient and easy for us to collect the data within the time limited that are set by the lecturer. And I think it's much more easy for us to do it to collect in a large number of people. So I think the quantitative method is much more easier for us to choose compared to the quantitative where we go out and interview people, which I think will take a little bit of time compared to the quantitative method. So the topic that our group do is the ethical awareness and the critical thinking among City University Malaysia student, where we focusing on the application of philosophical reasoning to contemporary issue like social justice, climate change, and technological ethics. So the study objective for this research is that we can provide a clear insight into a student ability to apply philosophical reasoning to the real world issue, where the survey design later on will be a closet-ended question with predefined response option where we be measure where the question will be measure the ethical awareness and the critical thinking skill of the student. So the sample and population, the respondent for this survey or this study will be the student of City University Malaysia student that are from various department. This will be consist of students from foundation, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate, where it could be from allied science and health, or architecture and built environment, or business management, or creative industry, or and tourism, education and liberal studies, engineering, or information and technology. So the survey will be voluntary, so the student can choose whether or not they want to answer the survey or not. Moving on, for the data collection instrument survey distribution, our group choose to distribute using an online distribution by using a Microsoft form instead of Google form, as it much more easier for us to collect the data and see the chart that are already designed by the software. So the link was shared with the target respondent through variety of way, such as WhatsApp, face-to-face, and friends connection. What I mean by that is that we go to the university and ask them to answer it for us, or we use our friend from another department to answer it and ask them to distribute to the other people. So the survey was designed to collect the response anonymously, as it's much more easy, as it encouraged the student to answer the survey much more in honesty, and so the what can I say? So they are likely to share a genuine opinion and information of this survey without the fear of being judged by other people. So the survey was conducted over a period of 10 days, which is 1 week and 3 days. And lastly, for the survey instrument, our group choose to do these two type of question which is multiple choice question. We provide a respondent with predefined option to choose from, whether from the from the option that we give, which is which can allow us to get a specific information about their experience and opinion on this matter. So the second type of question that we use is Likert scales question. We will do where we want to see how much they agree on this statement. So it is to measure the extent of the agreement or disagreement with the statement related to the ethical awareness and critical thinking. So we do a 3 point to a 5 point Likert scales question ranging from yes to not sure, or not at all significant, or extremely significant. That's all for me, and I'm going to pass it to Jannah.
So, my name is Nurjana. I will explain about finding and analysis. The first is the gender breakdown. So, total respondents is 32, which is for the woman 62.5%, and majority of men 37.5%. Second is preferred fields of study. Business management, we have 46.88%. Most popular, education and liberal studies, 15.63%. Creative industry, 9.38%. Other field like health, engineering, and the others, 6.25%. For the IT, 3.13%, less popular. So, the third is student background. Undergraduates is 65.63%, foundation 18.75%, diploma 15.63%, and postgraduate is 0%. The fourth is age breakdown. So, 18 until 24 years old, 93.75% majority. 25 until 27 years old, 3.13%. 28 until 13 years old, 0%. And for the others, 3.13%. Next is why should handle climate issues. So, individuals, 46.88%, just 15 most responsibility. For the government, 34.38%, business 12.5%, the NGO 0%, and the others 6.25%. For the best climate change, the education 34.38%, 11 most preferred. Green tech investment 21.89%. Government policies 18.75%. Renewable energy 12.5%. Reducing personal energy use 9.38%. For the others, 3.13%. And next, we have income inequality. So, for the racial equality approach, 9% not all significant, slightly significant. Moderately significant, very extremely significant. So, for the data collection ethics, we have 56% say it's unethical, 25% are uncertain ethical concern, 44% they are worried about privacy, 22% just focus on security. That's all for my part.
Thanks to Jannah. So I'm Nushar Akila. I will continue with my part is discussion. So the first one is climate change. 46.88% believe everyone must take action, reflecting a deontological ethical stance. 34.38% place responsibility on the government, aligning with utilitarian principles. 12.50% emphasize corporate responsibility, supporting corporate social responsibility (CSR). 0% believe NGOs hold primary responsibility, showing a preference for systemic or personal action. 6.25% have unique or mixed view on environmental responsibility. For the second one, ethical issue, 56.25% consider income inequality moderately important, recognizing economic disparities. 21.88% view it as extremely crucial, aligning with Rawls' theory of justice. 12.50% see it as slightly significant, citing meritocratic principles. 100% acknowledge its importance, but with varying degree of concern. For the last one is social justice. 40.63% support education reform as a tool of systemic change. 30% advocate for legislative change to enforce fairness. 20% back community-based initiative to empower grassroots effort. 3.13% support affirmative action, showing limited recognition for this policy. 6.25% propose alternative methods for promoting racial equality. Conclusion. City University students are aware of ethical issues but vary in their use of philosophical reasoning. Most believe that businesses should be responsible for climate change, although some focus on individual action. Income inequality is acknowledged, but its structural causes are not well understood. For racial equality, students support educational reform, but awareness of affirmative action is limited. While ethical awareness exists, more education and discussion are needed to strengthen critical thinking. So for the last part is recommendation. University should increase student ethical awareness by integrating ethics education into courses through case studies and debates. Seminars and workshops can educate students on issues such as climate change, income inequality, and affirmative action, encouraging participation in community initiative and advocacy programs help students apply ethical principles to real life situations, strengthening their reasoning and decision making skill. That's all from me. Thank you.